every Sunday night, I would lay in bed and revise my resignation letter over and over in my head. I would think about the look on my boss's face when I would finally say I quit. And the crazy thing was, I had no job interviews lined up. I had no job prospects. I didn't even know when I was gonna quit. But it was how I coped with hating my toxic job. But let's rewind. Welcome back to my channel where I teach high achievers how to land new jobs they love at companies they love. And I always get questions from high achievers who are thinking about quitting their jobs. They're asking me, should they just quit? Would it be so bad if they quit without a backup plan? And I have been there. And today I'm spilling the tea on what my life was like when I was working in a toxic work environment and daydreamed about quitting all the time. In this video, I'm giving you the real on whether or not you should quit your job, if you should stay or if you should leave, and just giving you some tips on how to think about it so that whatever you decide to do, you can do it with clarity and peace of mind. But first, let me just say that I've helped so many high achievers who joined my program, my signature Career Redefined program, after quitting their jobs and still were able to successfully land new roles that they love. So if you're in the case where you clicked on this video just to see if you made a bad decision after already quitting, just know that you are not out of luck and that it's still possible to land an amazing job even if you already quit your job. And I mean, let me say, when you have the right strategies, it's easy to land an amazing job. So we'll get into how I can help you land an awesome position and how my Career Redefined program can help you at the end of this video. But I will say that when you have the right strategies, that will help you take things up a notch. So let's get into my expert opinion along with my personal experience. So this is what happened. My dream job turned into a toxic work experience that I dreaded every day. I had an unsupported boss. I was constantly passed over for promotions. In one situation, I had to even train someone who got the promotion over me. I watched my coworkers run to the restroom in tears many times. I don't even cry, but I will say that I shed a lot of tears during that time. I would cry on my way to work, wondering, is this life? Is this all that life has for me? I even cried in the restroom, in the stall, one time after a very bad day. I used to have to sneak out of the office at 6:30 p.m. after already coming into work at 7:30 a.m. I used to have to sit and eat at my desk because that's where everyone else ate because we were so overworked with so much things to do. It was just a hot mess. It was a hot mess. So I know exactly what it's like to want to quit every day. So hear me out when I say don't quit. I know. Unless you absolutely need to and it's impacting your health, your sanity, massively impacting your personal life, if that's not the case, do not quit just yet. Here's why I strongly believe that you shouldn't quit just yet. When you're so focused on how much you hate your job, it's really hard to have a productive job search. When you have a bad day at work, you just get on your laptop and just throw out those applications, hope that something happens, and then the next day you're Netflixing and chilling because you're so drained, and then another day when you have a bad day, you're back to throwing out those applications again, and nothing is really working. You're really just applying for your mental health at that point. You're applying to feel better about your situation, but you probably aren't being as productive and effective as you could be because you probably don't even know how to land that next position. You just know that you're ready for something else. I say that because that's where I was at a certain point in time when I was so unhappy at work. And if your job hunt is not productive right now, I will tell you that your unproductive job hunt will not change just because you quit. You'll have more stress because you're unemployed with less income coming in, and you'll have a more desperate sense of urgency to get a new job, which won't really help you be able to get the best job that you can possibly get in your next position. Instead, I recommend swallowing the pill of acceptance. When you have a job that especially was a good job and then turned into a terrible job, it's hard to accept that you actually have a terrible job. And so you can kind of sway back and forth with maybe it's not that bad, maybe it is that bad, maybe I can't do this, maybe I can do this. It's time to accept that it's not a great position anymore so that you can free up your mental energy to do the next thing. And the next thing is that you have to decide to get a real exit strategy. I would recommend really getting clear on the exit strategy that you need to get that next position, because that's what's gonna help you have a productive job search, whether you quit or stay. And so the key here is to recognize that you don't just wanna run from the job that you hate, but you wanna run towards a job that you'll love. You don't just wanna move on, you want to move forward. And so really putting this into perspective will help you begin to shift what's next for you, will help you begin to decide what is the best next step if you really do want to get to that healthy next company and that healthy job that you're going to really love and enjoy. The next thing you need to do is embrace that your brilliance will follow you wherever you go. Sometimes when you're ready to quit, you're not even thinking really about what's next, or you don't really recognize that you can have better. You know, sometimes we're just like, I just want to get out of this, and we don't even realize that there's more and exciting things waiting for us. It's important to realize that you are valuable, and you're not valuable because of where you work. You're valuable because of who you are and what you bring to the table, and that value and that brilliance will follow you wherever you go. When you really start to think about it from that perspective, it shifts how you approach going after those next positions. It allows you to start thinking about, how can I get a better job? How can I be more proactive? How can I be more effective in my job search? So that, again, whether you choose to quit or stay, you're making the right steps towards the next position that's going to be better for you. Let's say, like, I love this advice, Adunola, but I'm still gonna quit my job. Okay, if that's what you're gonna do, I want you to recognize that your employment status does not define your value. And it's been told that you are a little bit more, you know, intriguing, or recruiters love when you are employed already, but that just isn't the case for everyone. And so if you do choose to quit your job, recognize that your confidence should come from the fact that you bring value and that you're going to be able to jump right into the next position, and not because you're not employed. And the other bonus tip that I would share is that if you do choose to stay, take advantage of your vacation days, okay? Do not be afraid to take a day off. I had a client who was in a similar situation, and she decided that she wanted to take a week off of work just to really clear her head and really press reset and allow her to really get a jump start on her job search while still being employed. And so that is something that you can do if you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling overwhelmed with work. Do not be afraid to ask for time off. Now, if you're ready to turn your unproductive job search into a productive and efficient job search, then go ahead and grab my free guide on how to go from 0 interviews to dream job offers, where I will walk you through my 5 proven steps that will show you how to get interviews and get hired. And this guide has already been downloaded more than 10,000 times and has already helped so many people just like you. So if you're feeling frustrated with your job search, confused or overwhelmed, go ahead and grab that guide. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to work with you to land a new position, then I would love to help you. In my Career Redefined coaching program, I will show you how to navigate your job search from A to Z, so that you're going from clarity to applications to interviews to job offers. And so if that sounds like what you're looking for, then go ahead and click the link in the description box, apply, and we will be in touch from there. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more job search advice. And I also share a ton of more advice on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow me over there as well. And if you found this video helpful, leave a comment and let me know, okay? Do not be shy. I'm always responding to comments, and I would love to hear from you. Let me know where you are in your journey of if you should quit, if you should stay, and what you decide to do.